Peace and love. Peace and love. Ken Aguinobi here. Had a few things on my mind I wanted to talk about, specifically what's going on right now in the world. To be more specific, Ivory Coast, also known as Côte d'Ivoire. As we can see, just within the past 48 hours or so, it's been reported that there's been a coup d'etat overthrowing the sitting president of the country. Essentially, it appears that the same thing that has happened in Burkina Faso over the past few years has also happened in Ivory Coast, Côte d'Ivoire. Well, as I had mentioned in the past video, most of the citizens and people of Africa in general, it's evident now that without a shadow of doubt that the people are fed up with their resources and minerals and gold and all sorts of resources being pillaged and exported out of the country, only to be imported as refined goods and value-added goods and commodities for them to pay a higher price on, as opposed to the so-called colonizers who gave a flag independence to the country, and for the most part placed in puppet leaders, right? If I can call them that, if I can even refer to them as leaders at all, who line up their pockets and are only in these seats, right, with their own personal interests in mind, to in a lot of cases extort the people, embezzle millions and billions of dollars, and continue to play lackeys to a lot of Western powers and foreign multinationals and foreign companies, and to be in favor with these Western countries, right? Heads of state and things like that, while their people starve and suffer and can't make it on a day-to-day basis, having to struggle, lack of clean water, the bare necessities that should be afforded every human being. These people are constantly deprived of in a continent and in countries which are the richest countries on earth, the backbone of a lot of so-called first world countries, and the people, the citizens of these countries can barely find food, survive. There is absolutely no middle class for the most part. It's either you're very rich or you're extremely poor peasant. You're an extremely poor peasant. So there's been a coup, and they've taken power. The military has taken power, essentially. Now, there was also talks of a military base, right? A military base, being that Ivory Coast is right there at the edge of Africa, right? Given access to places like Burkina Faso and Niger and these other countries who have sort of taken the first step in rebelling against the neo-colonialists and the colonizers, right? Kicking the French out of Burkina Faso, with Ibrahim Traore and the rest of these other leaders who have had enough. Now, as we can see with Ivory Coast, what's unfolding there, this is new, and there's also been reports that there currently is no internet in the country, so it's hard to get a real live boots on ground report of what's happening in the country, the state of things, what the future looks like as it as it pertains to in the next couple of days. What's happening essentially. I know that there's definitely a lot of victims and casualties because things like this never happen. They also mentioned that the president is nowhere to be found, and I'm not even going to mention his name because a lot of these people who are placed in position over the people to oppress the people of their country, these people aren't even worth being mentioned, and a lot of these people only in time will be erased from history. Their names will not remain in the pages of history. So I just thought I'd come on here and express those things and let the people of Ivory Coast and Africa and all the surrounding regions know that our thoughts are with you, our prayers are with you. We know that, as much as this might be international news and, content for a lot of people, there are real life implications of what's happening. There are casualties, a lot of lives affected. And so our thoughts and prayers are with you. And I'm here to say that, be strong. I'm here to encourage the people of Ivory Coast to be strong and to be safe out there, and to watch your surroundings and just be safe overall. All right. And try to get to safety if there's any harm within your region. Make sure that you store up food, products and goods, things like that, any dry goods, because when things like this happen and the communication, which is the internet, is cut off, the country's cut off from the rest of the world, sometimes there's no telling how long some of this thing could last and what's really going on behind the scenes and behind closed doors and all that. So I'll try to make another update, another video as soon as we get word and we can hear more things happening. But again, this is just proof that there is a revolution happening, and it is being televised to a great deal, and the people have had it, and the people are standing up and saying no more, and the people are taking back what belongs to them. Hopefully, there are no casualties with this, and this is just the people fighting for their country and fighting for their homeland. So peace and love, Ken Agwanobi. Again, our prayers and thoughts are with you, with the people of Ivory Coast. Salute.